Welcome back to Rugby Aim. We are here at the Mendenhall's Jungle and we're about to meet Darryl Powell and Adam Milner. Fantastic coach, Darryl Powell, Jonesy.
He's a great coach, isn't he? And I think it's fitting actually that he's on front of that computer game because he's had a couple of great years. You think actually that this is a better year for him, given the amount of players he lost in the performance that they're still churning out. They had a slow start and he's certainly come strong back end of this year.
Yeah, let's hear what he's got to say. Let's go meet him down now. Pitch side, Darryl Powell and Adam Milner.
Adam, you've made it. You're in the Rugby League team manager at 2015 game. What's it like seeing yourself on front of a computer game? I know when I first saw myself it was pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool, like you say. When I saw the cover, I was a bit shocked to see myself on there, but it's always good to get the coverage like that.
Well, that's your copy, Paul. Stanley Rangers Junior coming through, obviously we're big on the kids and we want to try and educate them. We're going to go around and give every player a game and try not to break it while we're here. We're going to get somebody to sign it for one of our competitions, so you're going to sign it for us as well, aren't you?
Yep.
Top man. And we just wondered if you'd give us a couple of tips on dummy half passing. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Sound, mate.
So any kids out there want to play number 9, want to get to dummy half, or even a forward who's made a break, right? Too many times in Super League people make breaks, a forward gets there and instead of some really nice service to get their half-backs to score a try, the throw it up in air and the whole play's gone on it. You'll have had that scenario before, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. A few fellas get a bit panicky when they get to dummy half because it's a difficult skill, but just need to keep calm and composed and find the right pass.
Give me a name. Which player's likely to do that?
Ollie Holmes.
There it is. So we're going to approach a dummy half pass. What's your first key tip?
Just make sure you're in the right position, get nice and close, stay down on it, which a lot of people pick the ball up and fire, but stay down and then follow through with your arms. If you do that, the ball tends to go in the right direction, and then just keep calm and composed there. If you start getting panicky, then your balls will start flinging all over, and make sure you're in for the bread basket or the targets when the players put their hands up, and then it's a pass that starts to set off, so it's important that you get it right.
And what scenario would it be where you take off from the half, forget about the pass and just set off running?
Oh, pretty much when the markers are down, or even one marker, and you can get out and burn the markers with pace, and then you can also like get out if there's 2 markers and get right across the field and look to bounce out like that.
So you're going to try and spot people like Alex Simmons up, the big lads, try and get him tired, slow to marker and get burn out of there.
Yeah, that's right. I did it this weekend, but I ended up running into a brick wall in Kylie Luluai, didn't I? So yeah, try and avoid the big fellas like Alex and Kylie, and you'll do all right.
Yeah, run round and knock straight at their shoulders, all right.
Down at the Mendenhall's Jungle, last time I was here I had my face painted and I'm still getting grief off all the boys. Everyone thinks I'm a Cast fan. I do like the team, I like the way we play rugby. Darryl Powell, Coach of the Year. What kind of achievement was that to be named Coach of the Year last year?
Oh yeah, well obviously my hometown club, supported this team as a boy, so for me it was unbelievable to be able to take the team to the top 4, to get to Wembley, obviously defeated by Leeds, which was a bit of a gutter, but yeah, awesome for me and for the whole club. It's a reflection of everybody at the place that I received that accolade as a coach last year.
We've come to see you today because we're on a bit of a journey around. We've met Roger and the team who did the Rugby League manager game. Now it's the first game of its kind. The football one's been huge over the years, trying to bring it into rugby. You're on the front cover. Going back to back this year, I think you've done a better job this season after losing some key players. If you look at the league table, Darryl Clark's just under you, as is Craig Ewing, then down in 11th place. Well, Haraki, losing them players and to come back, has that been quite satisfying for you as a coach?
Oh yeah, it's taken us a while. We lost our first 3 games, so the challenges have been significant as a coach, and it's been a real new group, and to get them all singing the same hymn sheet and all that stuff, and playing. We look like a pretty tidy team at the moment, but it's taken a bit of work, and boys have been great. Have worked exceptionally hard to get us where we are at the minute, which gives us a decent chance now.
Now, Gailey won our Super League's best golfer in it a couple of weeks ago. He's got great technique, and every week we have a bit of banter with him. He's a good mate of mine. I always text him how many points he got on the golf fork this week, Gailey. he's always on for that golf fork. Now, what's he added to your team this year?
Oh, he's been great. his kicking game's fantastic. You saw the other night the 40-20 he got against Leeds. Put the ball in the corner for Dennis Olomona's try. He's added a lot to us. His ability with the ball has been pretty special for us, and his combination with Liam Finn and Ben Roberts has been tidy. So he's added a whole heap to us.
Now, Lee have been mentioned as like the crazy guy in Rugby League, but Cass can't be far behind. You've got a few characters here. You've signed Big Bill, who was a good bit of the show. How do you keep them all in check?
Oh, we've got a padded cell around the back, otherwise known as a wrestling room. But we lock them all in there until we go out training, and that keeps them all nice and tidy.
Fantastic, mate. And last but not least, great win last week over Leeds. It's been a while. How good did it feel walking over to Cass? I think the Cass fans are still stood there on the terrace, still cheering, and it's like 4 or 5 days later.
Yeah, well, you're happy for those guys because they love the games against Leeds. For me, we were laughing the other day because my face never changes. I'm always miserable as sin during a game. But yeah, it was a huge win for us. I think in terms of our standards and putting a marker down for the rest of the competition, then it can't be any better than beating Leeds at Headingley.
Jonesy, top man. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Awesome to hear the thoughts of Adam Milner there. Very intuitive on the old dummy half pass, and Powell, always good banter. The marquee were good banter.
It certainly was. We asked him about the marquee player, if he'd be searching for one, and he said we've already got one, which we know they have at Cass. A massive marquee.
Massive marquee out back at Cass.
Good on him.
Now it's back to the studio as we see Keith Senior and Alex Walmsley talking a bit of championship, having a bit of banter, and hearing what the big bald fella's got to say about times at Sheffield. Right, Jonesy, we've been getting some right hammer on Twitter and on the Facebook and the website for not doing enough championship. So now we've got a definite, guaranteed championship section every week with Keith and a guest talking purely nothing but championship for between 3 and 5 minutes.
Talk to me, Keith.
Talk to me.
We've had to keep Mike rushing because Alex Walmsley, as he said, he's not watched any games and he knows anything about it, even though Batley was his old team. Yeah, but he's just brushed him, now he's big time.
Now he's big time. In big time, he says, I don't want to talk about championship.
But obviously, Mike Rush, he said to me earlier, he has to keep an eye on the championship, see if there's any up-and-coming talent coming through, because obviously they need to keep the flow going at Saints, and if they can find the next Alex Walmsley, it's always a bonus to them. But Hunslet 8, Halifax 14, that was quite a close game to say Halifax pushing in the top 4.
Yeah, Halifax had a good win the week before, I think, against Featherstone, so it was probably a little bit surprising that they didn't get more up against Hunslet, but part-time players and number of games in a short space, I don't know whether that had an impact at the weekend.
Yeah, the Sheffield game 26, Whitehaven 16, difficult game for us. Whitehaven really brought their game down, signed quite a few foreign Papua New Guinea players I think they've got. So
yeah, Jesse Joe. Whitehaven have had that transition, haven't they, through Steve Deacon going at the beginning of the year and young Coyley taking over as coach now. So I think they will get better. I don't see them challenging for the 8, but obviously they will get better week on week. But to be fair, you guys have lost 3 or 4, not that many anyway. So
yeah,
I think you're in third, aren't you? So
yeah, the Workington, we were a bit surprised by this one. They're not really 52 points behind first, are they? Especially at home. No,
at home you'd always consider them a chance to beat any of the other teams in the championship at home. So yeah, that one was probably the surprise of the round, to be fair.
Doncaster struggling.
Yeah.
4-30 for London. Are they going to get that one win that they need?
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? Because last year I think they finished 4th, didn't they? So it's probably the biggest turnaround in that division for them to go from, close to the top to absolute bottom is the biggest surprise. And to be fair to London, they've racked up some good wins recently and probably the form team.
New coach as well.
Yeah, it always has an impact, but obviously on this time it's probably not the impact enough.
Yeah, Bradford, you're tipping them as possibly a team to go up 22-18 against Dewsbury.
Yeah, I don't know when they play Lee last round, is it? I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see them two. Bradford and Lee are the two that you'd probably think have the greatest chance to break into the 12 next year.
And the fire game, Batley 12, Lee 26.
Yeah.
2 sin bins for Gazok and 2 sendings off.
Yeah, I listened on the radio. I think the director of football, Darryl Beaumont, got on Radio Leeds saying that they'd had a tough time. And I think, you have to be careful that Lee don't get a reputation that's unwarranted. At the same time, they probably, similar to other teams in Super League, want to play as close as they can to the rules and dominate teams with the physicality. And that's probably what they've done against Batley, and every now and again it does spill over, but there's no harm in it.
Do you not want to be a chairman like Derek Bowman, the league chairman, do you not want to get on the field and start celebrating and running around?
I don't mind the celebration at the end, to be fair. When these lot won the grand final, they're the bits that you want to be involved in the game with. But yeah, just we're happy to be in the top 8, and we're happy for this middle 8 to fight it out. It'll be a tough old challenge.
Question for you: will anybody actually go up from it, when they get to the middle 8? You've got potentially Sheffield, Halifax back in the mix now. Big win away at Featherstone last week. Lee, Bradford, Dewsbury still there or thereabouts, but with a tough running. Can you see any of those teams actually beating? Say you take the bottom 4 now. You've got Salford, Wakefield, Widnes, and Hull KR. Can you see any team actually winning that £1 million game?
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can, because look, injuries happen.
Yeah.
And if a Super League side's dropping down and has got to play somebody like Bradford or Lee, and they've got full strength and the Super League side's got 4 or 5 missing, then it's all on. And to be fair to the way that Lee and Bradford are going about it, Keith mentioned it, I think your ambition at Sheffield is to get to a full-time basis to give yourself the best chance. They've done that. And so there's a lot of lads playing in them 2 clubs that would probably fancy their chances of still being able to play at Super League week in, week out. Paul Clough left us and gone playing at Bradford. I've watched Cloughie 3 or 4 times. He's done great this year for him. So why can't they beat a side that maybe is? And we all know that the game's a lot about your mentality and your state of mind. And if you're coming off the back of being beat 11 or 12 times in Super League, then your confidence might be low and you just don't know. And a team like Lee and Bradford that have won, is it 11 out of 12 per of them, or 12 out of 13? Then theirs is going to be high. So I genuinely can see somebody being it. Look, I understand all the negativity about it's hard to plan, but we like jeopardy. That's what sport's been based on. Somebody's winning, somebody losing, somebody going up, somebody going down. We need it in our game.
Fantastic championship roundup by Mike and Keith Jonesy.
Outstanding. Keith got right to the point, real detailed, and flew through it like an horse race. Looking really well as well in that white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Now have a look on rugbyam.co.uk and check out the cool stuff that's on there.
Yeah, loads of great stuff. And you can also follow us at RugbyM on Twitter, facebook.com/RugbyM, and RugbyM TV on YouTube. Loads of new content on YouTube as well. We've got our act together